Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Say hi in the chat. That music's probably pretty loud. I took a shower. I'm tired. I got some sinus issues. My arm hurts. Morning, everybody. I'm falling. How's it going? Say hi in the chat. Oh, I can hear myself. Alright, I'm gonna... Music's probably... I'm gonna turn on my text-to-speech. Speech chat. There we go. And click to unmute. There we go. And I'm live. Awesome sauce. Say hi in the chat. See if my text-to-speech works. Very loud. I'm going to turn the music down a little even more. Good music though. 20 should be okay. Yeah. I'm going to turn this up on my end. I like this one. Man, that goes hard. This is a symphony version of Kakariko Village. One of my favorite songs, and favorite towns in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, but I think 20%'s maybe a little too loud, but yeah. Like, it goes from 20 to 10. So it's like it's either I do half as much, which I don't think is loud enough, or 20, which is like, not quite there. Can I adjust this for that? No? Okay. Well, here's what it is. Let me know if the music's too loud. But yes, hello, bonjour, I am here. Today we're going to be working on Viable. It's going to be great. Let's see what we got so far. So if you go to, oh, sorry, hold on. If you go to, they changed the layout of the video, right? Of the, not of the video, but of this YouTube thingy. But I don't think you can, if you go to the, if you click X on here, to the chat, go to more over here, and then show more. Then you can see the description. In the description, you'll find viablemanga.com, which is my website. You can click on read, and then you'll be able to see what we've made so far for the draft of chapter 1. Also, you can see the downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and click downloads as well. And then the downloads includes the finished drafts, the miscellaneous art, the rough drafts, etc. This probably should be full screen. Yeah. Scroll a little bit more. There we go. Yes. So it includes all that. You can click on rough drafts, because that's what we're going to be working on today. Okay. I think I need to drag that page 1 draft into here. Yeah, I just uploaded it. Yoink. Yeah, move it. And then, now there's 2 rough draft page 1s. Okay, let me just undo that. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to re-upload it, because I think I changed the text boxes there. And so with that, I'm gonna re-upload the draft there. Okay, so let me open up a new file. Explorer, there we go. Let's go, you can't see. Let's open that. Let's go to, where was it? Draft pages. Page 1 draft.kra. I'm going to drag that into here and replace existing file. Okay, that's good. Whew, I am tired. I'm tired today. I'm running a bit late. It's already 6:15. Whenever I should have been started at 6. I got started at 6:10, so I'm about 10 minutes late. My bad, my B. Oopsie daisies. But it is what it is. So I'm going to move over to Krita itself, which is this. It's a free software that I use for drawing. It's really nice. You can upload drafts and stuff. Hana reminded me that I needed to change the text of page 7, I believe. Yeah, because it's italicized right now. I don't want it to be italicized. So I'm going to change that. That's the first thing I'm going to do today. But unfortunately, I forgot to save this new change in the layout. I forgot to save in the Krita file. So the Krita file, I had to resave it. So, which is a bummer. Page 7 draft ... Why is it ... Let me look at that. Hold on. Let me click this. Yeah, there's a ... Krita, but there's an autosave as well. Okay, this is the old one. I didn't think it read very well, and I changed it to look like this, which is fine. I think that reads better. So I don't want that. But if I did have that version, it would be a lot easier. But I don't think I have it, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have it. Alright, that's that. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to re-type everything. Everything got turned into its own layer. So that's what I'm gonna be doing first. It's not gonna take too long. Let's go ahead and get started on that. Music's pretty loud, yeah? Yes, thank you, Hana. From Four Swords.
Rewrite the italics.
How are you, Hana?
Hi, Josh.
It's good to see you. Sorry I'm late today. Sorry I didn't show up yesterday. It was raining yesterday. I took a shower this morning, so I'm late today. Also, I'm only going to be streaming for a couple of hours instead of the usual 2.5 because I have a meeting today. Yay! I don't like the meetings, if you couldn't tell. But yes, I'm about to rewrite the italics, so thank you for that. Which means I'm gonna first have to cover up.
No worries, Sparkles.
This. No worries, Sparkles. Yeah. How's life been? How you doing? Anything interesting? Whoops. Thought I covered that. Go. Nice.
You got a haircut.
Nope, I just have wet hair. I need a haircut. Yeah. If you look at my hair, it's still just as long as ever. I just combed it and I put water on it, and it's gonna dry out. It's gonna poof out throughout the stream. If you have a time lapse of my hair, you'll see it. But yeah, I definitely need a haircut. So, ooh. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna first write ... Then I'm gonna make it Wild World, not italic. There we go. Faith. Nope, not white. I need a black. There we go. Drag it in here. Okay. Cool. Yeah. How have you been? I've been feeling pretty good. Well, not really. I've been feeling spiritually good. I went to church, even though, like, the last couple of weeks I haven't been able to. And so...
There were 2 holidays last week for me. So I got a long weekend.
That's nice. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Copy, paste, yoink down here, edit the text. Now move that over and see what I wrote before. And click and save. Good, very good, yes. Yeah, holidays are nice. I wish I had a holiday. So that way my pay wouldn't be docked whenever I don't show up to work. Because honestly, I really do not want to show up to work today. I'm in one of those moods. But it is what it is. I have to go to work. But it's okay. Copy and paste. Yoink over here. Okay. And edit it. But yeah, I've been feeling pretty good.
Yeah, loudly crying, but it's okay.
I think that's kind of why I want to do this streaming full time. Because then I could, you know, determine my own hours. I can put more time into it. Specializes in the yeah, I would like to put more time into this. I didn't put a enter here. But unfortunately, I have to go to work. I do like work, don't get me wrong, I like the kids, it's fun. It's just the hours suck. You know? They don't pay me for lunch, they don't... I have to do at least 40 hours a week, which is typical. You know, it's not unheard of in America, but like, I'm really there for 45 hours a week, maybe, you know, even more. The days are harsh, and on top of that, I'm doing this manga. So the days are harsh because I have off on Saturday, not Saturday, I have off on Friday and Sunday. That's what really sucks. I don't have 2 consecutive days. I've probably complained about it before. But yeah, it's that part itself is really rough.
Haha, just don't have lunch, then tears of joy. I'm kidding.
Yes, starve yourself. Why is it italic? He's been assigned to this case due to its political...
Did you get a scar from the full tilde?
Kind of. It's not really a scar. It's just a scab. There's a big scab right here, and it might become a scar, but there's a bunch of like little specks from when the dirt hit me as well, so those are kind of swollen, but not really a scar. It'll heal up, I think. And if there is a scar, whatever, it's fine. Don't mind too much. It'll be a reminder of the day I fell playing tag with children, which is not a bad sort of reminder to have. So, yes. Anyway. Why does that happen?
Ah.
Put that there. But yes, I really enjoyed the church service I went to.
That's a pretty cool reminder, tears of joy.
I guess. It's kind of a what's it called? It's kind of a pretty, it's like heavy metal version of, yeah, I played with kids, yeah. You know, it's like, oh, cool.
Josh goes all out when it comes to the kids, Sparkle's head shaking horizontally.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. I'm gonna do this one. Let me copy and paste this. I'm so hungry. I'm always so hungry in the mornings. And I only ever eat like an onigiri. I should probably eat a big breakfast. Maybe that'll make me feel better. If I were streaming, I could Uber Eats. I am streaming. If I were a streamer, I could Uber Eats without having to worry about it being, you know, without having to be worried about it being, missing my work. Yeah. Anyway, me being stuck at home and not being able to go to church for a while has been kind of rough. I tend to be very self-deprecating. And feel guilty.
What were you saying about the church service, tears of joy?
And I get very legalistic, right? So I tend to think, oh, I'm being too, you know, I'm not going to church. This is bad. I need to go to church, right? And the church service, and also the men's group that we had, the men's Bible study that we do. We talked about how when it comes to like idols, right? When it comes to things that you're worshiping outside of God, sometimes that can be yourself, sometimes it can be your work, sometimes it can be, you know, see, I made it draft .kra, and this one's just draft .kra. I'm going to replace .kra with this one. And I'm just going to delete .kra. But you make idols. Generally, people make idols. And out of many things, right? So we make them out of our work. We make it out of the people we love. And they're not necessarily bad things, you know. It's good to have convenience. It's good to have riches, and it's, you know, it's good to have work satisfaction. But yeah, we were going over Revelation, and in Revelation, there's in chapter 3. It talks about the church of Laodicea. I don't know how to pronounce it. I gotta look it up now. I don't know. Laodicea. Church of Laodicea. Yeah. And Jesus talked directly to the Laodicean church in Revelation 3.
Laodicea, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in Revelation 3. This was a lukewarm church, right? And the lukewarm church, the basic reason as to why they were lukewarm, if you look at it in a historical context, they were a very rich nation. There had been, for example, at the time, there had been an earthquake that they were able to bounce back from due to their wealth, without the Roman involvement, without the Roman government involvement. So they were very proud of their economics and their medicines and their fashion. And and Jesus specifically called that out, right? He called them naked, and he called them poor, and he called them what else did I say? Blind, right? Even though they had medicine specifically for blind people, their medicine was really effective. So he called them that because they had become complacent. They were very. They were neither hot nor cold, meaning they were neither, and like, it's not good to be cold, right? But they weren't on fire for God, and they were relying too much on themselves and their self-sufficiency, which is not necessarily a bad thing to have, to be self-sufficient. In fact, it's a good thing. But to praise that and worship that and to rely on that over God, that's a issue, right? And so me being sick for a couple of weeks, just beating myself up over it, I tend to be very self-deprecating, and it's not my fault. I'm sick, right? There's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But hearing that, I was like, yeah, I just need to place my anxieties onto God, and any sort of temptation or frustration that I have, I can't overcome it with my own willpower, because if I rely too much on my willpower, then it's an idol. And instead I need to rely on Christ and the grace that he has for me, And one thing my pastor said that kind of was like, oh yeah. That made me go like, yeah, that makes sense. One thing my pastor said was, he died for you. Do you think he doesn't listen to you? Do you think he just kind of died for you and went away and doesn't do anything anymore? No, he's involved actively in your life, and he wants to be in your heart, right? There's verses in Revelation 3 that people use talking about non-believers, but it's specifically geared towards a church, right? It's talking to the church. It's not talking about non-believers, even though they can still be effective to non-believers. You hear the phrase, let God into your heart, all the time when talking about, you hear it from televangelists, I think, a lot. They say, just let God into your heart. They're referencing this verse, but this verse isn't meant for non-believers. It's meant for Christians, right? We have to constantly remind ourselves of Christ's grace and Christ's sacrifice for us.
Yeah, makes sense. Why would he pay the price for you and then ignore you, lol?
Right. And then my pastor also brought up C.S. Lewis, who mentioned kind of an allegory. Imagine Christ is rebuilding your house in your heart, right? So imagine your heart is a house. And he knocks on the door, you let him in, he starts rebuilding it in different ways. Things you expect. He fixes the leaky faucets, he fixes the broken roof and everything. But then he starts adding a courtyard, and you're like, okay, but I don't need this. I thought you're just gonna fix up my cottage. And he's like, okay, no, I'm gonna keep going. And he builds a throne room, and he builds, castle walls and different things like that. He's making a kingdom out of your heart. He's not making it just a simple cottage that you assumed he would, right? So that was really cool. That kind of made me think about like my own sins in my own life, pride, and you know, too much reliance on myself, and I'm this weak man who's just sick all the time, and you know, desires a lot. Yeah, it really resonated with me, and I've especially like started just praying to God more often after this Sunday. So yesterday I was running late to work. I actually made it right on time. It was 9:30 on the dot, but I just, yeah.
Yeah, this topic is something I've been thinking about and working on lately too. So it gives me more things to add to that.
Yeah. My pastor is very he talks a lot about prayer, right? He's a pray without ceasing sort of pastor, and that's great. I really like that. He asked, how's your prayer life going? You know, he asked it to the whole congregation. And it's like, how do you feel when you're about to pray? How about when you pray with a group of people, with your church? Do you feel hesitant? Do you feel like you're just going through the motions? In which case, or do you not pray nearly as much on, you know, when it's just you? In that case, have you become complacent, right? Is Christ really completely involved in your life, right? Or is he just kind of a side thing, you know? Oh yeah, I'm Christian. That's fine. Is he really there? Like right now, can you talk to him? That's kind of the difference, I think, between the Laodicean churches, the lukewarm churches, and the ones that are on fire. And then, you know, we kind of drilled this in because we had a community group right after this, so we just talked about the sermon the entire time. So it was over at my church friend John's house, and his wife and daughters are going back to America, so it was our last time. We'll probably be at his apartment. At the very least, it's the last time we'll be there with them. So I need to edit this new site with all of the family.
That's cool.
So yeah. During lunch, I was literally just talking to God. I wasn't like being schizophrenic or anything, you know, just speaking out loud, but I was, you know.
Wish the comment lag wasn't so delayed, loudly crying, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, of course. It's, yeah, I don't know what to do about the lag, unfortunately. I think it's just my internet. Oh, I need to save this as a PNG. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
It's not really schizophrenic if he's actually there though, eyes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think probably my issue, personally, is that I'm worried about how others perceive me. But yeah, when I was at lunch, I had like imagined him physically there, and I was just thinking to him, like I was having a conversation with him in my head, and it was one way, of course, but it felt like he was there listening. So, and I also think like because what really is hard I think, for a lot of young men is temptation and addiction. And you know, it's summertime in Japan, and there's a lot of beautiful women here, and they're wearing, like, you know, thinner clothes than usual. And you know, I was just talking to God about it. I was like, I'm struggling with this. You know, I couldn't probably handle this on my own. And it's a simple thing, you know, just not looking at women with lust in your eyes. That's, you know, because you commit adultery in your heart. And so I know that I couldn't do it on my own. And so I just talked to him about it. I was like, you know, could you just, could you, it's okay. It's a weird sort of way of doing things. We were going through Titus in the men's Bible study, and in Titus it talks about how God trains us. But it's really interesting because it's nothing we do. It's God doing it to us, right? So training, you would think that you're the one doing it. You're getting stronger because you're physically training, right? But in the case of training spiritually, you're not training. It's Christ training you, right? And so it's like, I guess a good image of it would be like, if your muscles atrophied because you've been stuck in a hospital bed for too long, right? You go through physical therapy, but it's not you who's doing anything. They're physically moving your legs so your muscles rebuild. And it's similar in that sense. Christ is doing it for you, right? And so it's kind of ironic that it trains you, but it's not, you know, he trains you, but it's not you doing anything, right? And so with the frustrations that I had being a single guy, unmarried, wanting children, you know, I just laid that out to God.
You just surrender to the process and have faith.
Exactly. And it's like, after lunch, I didn't even think about it. You know, it was weird. And it wasn't me relying on myself either. That's the thing. If you think it was you, it wasn't. You gotta remember that. Because I wouldn't have been able to do that on my own. Because I'm an artist. I love beauty in nature. But that doesn't justify looking at women lustfully, right? So it was really frustrating on the train, if I'm being completely honest. Because on the train there was a woman in front of me. She had like a low sort of you know, shirt, and you know, her breasts were visible, and that really frustrated me. I was like, I don't know what to do about this. I'm right here. I can't really
In
move.
your weakness, he is your strength biceps.
And I think that, yeah, that's kind of why I had to think. I had to pray, you know, because it was too much. I would have been like, you know, probably if I were to try to resist sort of the temptation to do certain things, you know, and I don't mean like to her or anything, but I mean like on my own in the bathroom or something, which would be bad. You know, I couldn't probably resist that temptation on my own with my own willpower. And so that I just gave to Christ, and it was out of my mind. And so I saw the effects of just relinquishing, just giving it up to him, you know? So that was cool. And it's weird because, like, you have to kind of admit your faults. You have to be like, yeah, I'm a sinner. And he knows this. He died for that, right? And I can't do this on my own. It's like a big difference. And it's hard because, like, we always want to do things on our own. It's a It's a frustrating thing. We feel satisfied by the work that we do, right? But why can't we be satisfied in the work that he did for us? Why do we push him aside and think of him as a...
But that's what takes away the self-sufficiency idol and the arrogance.
Exactly. So, good talk.
The doing right in our own eyes and making an idol of ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. You hear so many people, even like Christians and non-Christians alike, they say, I'm a good person. And Jesus himself said, why do you call me good? There is no good but God, right? And he is the only one who is good. He's the only one who's able to say, because he was perfect. But he made that as a point to the man who came up to him and who was rich, right? So we just need to let go of our pride, our riches in our hearts, which is self-sufficiency, comfort. You know, that's why it's harder for a rich man to make it into the king. It's harder for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to make it into the kingdom of heaven. And he doesn't mean rich spiritually, he means rich physically, right? Earthly riches. That includes, you know, but that isn't to say it can't be done, obviously. They just need to give up everything. They need to let go of their pride, of their self-sufficiency idol and arrogance. Yeah. It was a very good sermon. I really needed that, I think. And I applied it almost immediately. So, anyway, let's go to the other page. That's what I was doing. Need to replace this one. And publish.
Those are the best types of sermons.
Yeah. Yeah, no italicized. No italics. Yeah, so this is the currently published one. I got rid of the italics, but I didn't realize that I didn't change the boxes here. And then I changed the boxes here. I got the changed version and then I edited it to get rid of the italics. So, yay, that's done. Okay, and I did the same thing. I don't think it said I updated chapter 1 on the other one. I might need to check that.
Yay.
Yeah, I updated it. Okay, I guess the only thing I can do now is go to the website itself and check. And the thing about the website is it takes a while to update.
To the next page, right finger.
Yes, the next page. I want to do flipping. I'm going to check and see, make sure it worked. Okay, so this is what it used to look like. And hopefully it reloads and updates it. Okay, so maybe it didn't update this one. Let me try that again. Oh, let me reload one more time. Maybe it just didn't reload it. Okay. Yeah, I think it didn't update it even though I told it to. So I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna add an image, upload image, upload page 7 draft. Drag that over here. Yeah. Update. Publish. Okay. Now it says it updated. Let me make sure. Yes, it should be this. Yeah, okay. That was weird. I don't know why I didn't do it before. But yeah, okay, let's go to the next page. We needed to... Did we do page 8 yet? Did we update that? Yes, this is good. All right, we got that. All right, next we got page 9. We started on it already. We had a fight. Okay, now let's look at the... I'm gonna make a new tab here with the thing here. And I'm gonna go viable. Story writing. Cool. A depiction of Mr. Iwao and his son having a verbal argument is shown before the debate. We had a fight. My son and I don't always see eye to eye on the important issues. Okay. Go ahead and write that. I'm going to put that over here. Copy that actually. Boop, bop, boop. Okay. My son and I don't see eye to eye. Eye. My son and I don't see eye to eye. On the important issues.
Boop bop boop.
Boop bop boop. Doobity doop. And before I went on stage for a debate, I told my assistant to take him away. Okay. Then just have a long thing there. Doobity doop.
BRB saluting face.
Okie dokie. I'll be here. I need to talk more. Even when no one's here, I need to practice talking. Yeah. Talking while drawing is a difficult thing. But really, it's not that hard. Just need to be able to stay on topic, figure out what to talk about. I've been watching a lot of speedruns lately. I think it's because Ludwig had a speedrun thing going on. But I've always liked speedruns, mostly because of people like, oh, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? Summoning Salt. Summoning Salt. I love Summoning Salt's videos and different things like that. Always gotta stop everything and watch it whenever a new Summoning Salt video's out. But probably my favorite speedruns to watch are either Mario. They're always Nintendo games still. I don't know if there's many non-Nintendo games that I like to watch speedruns of. Probably just a nostalgia thing. Surprisingly, they're all Nintendo 64 games too. But lately I saw a Summoning Salt video on Tetris, the NES version of Tetris. And that's been a very interesting thing. They literally went way past the kill screen by figuring out how to consistently mash a button that the devs didn't think that they could do. So, for example, normally the devs of the game thought that it would cap out. I think it was level 29, and you needed to have insanely fast button mashing skills in order to go past that level, even. But this looks like a weird body. I don't know if that's how. I spent a lot of time on that tie. And so I need to get tea. I need to start drinking tea again. I missed that too. Missed that stuff. Missed the tea. Let me look at the comic again. Okay. And so their method to do it used to be just mashing it really hard, and it would destroy their controllers. It was not very good. I need to figure out a way to make it to where he's like it stops here. Maybe if I do this. And so they figured out a new way, which is really cool, is they call it rolling. And rolling is basically when you flip the controller upside down and you... Oh, it's erased, that's why. I'm stupid. You flip the controller upside down. Yeah. And you use the back of the controller as a button. And so being able... I think I have a SNES controller so I can show you. So basically the button becomes a lot bigger because you're putting pressure on the button. And so by doing it the normal way, it's nearly impossible to push the buttons fast enough. nearly impossible to push the buttons fast enough, just going tap, 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 right? And the button itself is too small to use more than one finger. You might be able to use 2 thumbs if you're lucky, if you're really fast, or if you have small enough fingers. But just the capability of using multiple fingers on the controller. I have a SNES controller. And it's not really a SNES. It's a Super Famicom controller. But being able to use multiple fingers when you use it. So they put their finger here, they flip it over, they have it in between their legs, right? I can just do it like this. And then they push, so they go 1 to go down, right? That pushes the button, right? But then they can do bum bum. They can use multiple fingers. Then bum 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 bum. So ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. I can get 4 inputs, right? So that's kind of how they do it. They probably push stronger. They probably do it like slap, 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 right? So like something like that. And they're able to control. I don't know how they do the A and B buttons. I think they use their pinky or their leg to flip them over. I don't even know if they need to, because I can't go that far with one finger. Maybe they have another finger set somehow. They use like that. I can only do 3, maybe 4 if I. But they use all 5. They do like bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Right, that's how they do it. Very interesting stuff. Not that I care too much, because I'm not really going to be a competitor in that, but really cool, the history behind it. And yeah, so I got really interested in watching, what's it called? Speedruns. My leg is killing me. I hope I don't have like a forever limp like House. But yeah, Ludwig was having a very apparently it was very controversial. He did a very clickbaity announcement video. Games done quick, you better look out, I think is what it was called. And so people got mad that he was doing basically his own version of Games Done Quick. And he just wanted to do it. But I don't know, I like Ludwig. He's pretty honest in his feelings and different things. Though he does cuss a lot. He's not a Christian, I don't think. Yeah. It's June, so Pride Month is all over my feed and Twitter and all that stuff that I probably shouldn't be addicted to anyway. But you know, pride is a sin. Pride cometh before the fall. You know? I don't know what else to say. There's not a lot to talk about. My legs hurt. I need to get water. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. Probably won't be that long. I want to see if I have any tea. I don't think I do. Oh, I have leftover chili. I need to remember to eat that. Oh, accidentally unplugged my tablet. So everyone then looks over at the assistant. And draw the back of the assistant. What did the assistant look like again? Let's find out. It was... she looked kind of like that. Do I have a back image of her? No. Okay. So I'm going to draw just like the hair. Yeah, I also tend to get like really distracted, I think. And instead of like experiencing things with Christ, I think that might be another thing. I need to think of him as being there whenever I'm reading or being entertained or drawing, you know. He doesn't just disappear in those moments, right? And we have those interests for a reason. Now, what those reasons are, I don't know. There may be like, some people say, oh, give up on certain interests, because they're sinful, right? Sinful interests, obviously. But, like, for example, me wanting children, I think that was my original interest before, like, I've always loved kids, right? And I think before I became a sinful person who lusts after women. Not that I wasn't going to do that anyway. I think before that, I've always had interests in children, in loving children. And I think my sin came from my desire to have children and want children. And of course, you know, other people's sins come from things that are good too, right? So I think it's like a corruption of perfectly normal things. People can be sinful as a result of them. Well, if you look at Pride Month, for example, I think a lot of it is acceptance. They want acceptance. It's a rebellion of sorts. A rebellion against parents, typically. I'm very detailed in this hair for some reason. Yeah, I can't say I know the heart of men, especially those who participate in Pride. But I do think it's there's a lot of factors. I don't think nature is one of them. Though people argue about that all the time.
What did I miss?
Not much. Me just talking. Me talking to no one. Because I've been trying to practice talking. It got a little controversial at the end. I started talking about Pride Month. And sin. And yeah, maybe I should avoid those topics. I don't know. Because whenever I bring up stuff like that, that gets dividing. You know, I think people would not like it whenever I talk about stuff like that.
Schizophrenia eyes.
Kind of, yeah. I was just practicing talking while drawing, so that way, whenever I actually do have viewers, there's something, you know, I can talk about. But yeah, I don't know I tend to be very open, as you know, and I don't really know I like how I'm drawing this hair. I'm overdoing it because this is supposed to be just a sketch, but like I like this. Very floofy assistant hair.
I think there should be a balance.
Yeah. It's like, I do think that I go on Twitter, I see a lot of anti-Pride Month stuff, right? And it's very and the reason why I have a bunch of stuff like that is because you know, pride is a sin, and I believe that. And so on my feed, whatever I like, it'll regurgitate, right? But I see a lot of like incredible hostility towards those people too, right? And it's not loving at all. And you know, sometimes I think it'd be better if I just avoided Twitter or places that have those echo chambers altogether. But yeah, you know, going over like my opinions on all this Pride Month stuff. It's hard. It's a hard topic to bring up because I don't want to alienate viewers, especially artist people, people who like to draw on different things, and they tend to be more left leaning generally, and so they're much more open to, you know, LGBTQ issues and stuff. And I did the same thing. For some reason, it ended up in that direction. Because I was talking about Paper Mario to nobody yesterday. Not yesterday. Friday? Saturday. Last time I was here. And Vivian is one of the characters in that. And I was talking about how in Japan, Vivian was an otokonoko, which is different than a transgender person, right? So it was, you know, it was a weird sort of thing. I don't know why I just immediately go to the controversial when I talk about the topics, but I don't know. Like, should I be open about my beliefs, or should I be more like, oh, maybe I shouldn't reveal this to not offend people? Because it's how do I draw this man? How do I
What's an otokonoko?
So an otokonoko, which is in Japanese is written as otoko no musume. Musume means daughter, right? But you can also just say ko. And otoko means male, right? So otoko no ko is male daughter. The difference between an otoko no ko and a transgender person in Japanese, there's this distinct difference, is that otoko no ko are often referred to by the anime and manga community as traps. And so it's become derogatory to call transgender people traps. And so an otoko no ko is a person who, whether intentionally or not, dress femininely and act femininely, and to the point to where people think that the male is a girl, a female, right? And it's a big part of Japanese anime and culture, which is why originally Vivian was that in the original Paper Mario. She was, I call her she because the American localization.
I think thinking face, what's the purpose of saying it? Cause like you wanna come across as loving, but people just wanna hang out and see you draw.
Yeah.
But part of hanging out with you is knowing what you believe.
Yeah, so it's a difficult sort of balancing act, I think. I don't want to accept things I don't believe, though. You know, it's like, I'm not going to donate to GLAAD or anything.
Ah yeah, I get what you mean by Otokonoko now.
Yeah. But yeah, so where's the drawing of Hana and Vasa? It's just simple. So they're going to trim their heads. Maybe I should move this closer downwards. Yeah, so anyway. The primary difference I would say between like an otokonoko and a transgender person is that otokonokos tend to be more like a societally based rather than, you know, body affirmation based. So
yeah, so I guess holding back on saying certain things would be wise. Because some things don't need to be said in this context.
Yeah, it's a rough sort of thing, because one, people would take me out of context if they hate me anyway. Two, I think more people would hate me if I said certain things that I believe, and that's just kind of part of being a, you know, Christian. Three, I don't want to be unloving like the people on Twitter, and so I don't want to have that sort of mindset, because they are still people made in the image of God. So it's like, yeah, how do I go about it? And it's nice that I can talk to you about it because, you know, I think that generally we're sort of on the same page there. And so it's kind of like, it's kind of a difficult thing, you know. Most artists, most people who like art or draw or do things tend to be on the left-leaning side. And it's typically because we have a lot of feelings, right? We're not very logical in a lot of ways. We do things based on how we feel. And so if we feel like it's okay, then, you know, we generally think it is okay, especially if we don't have a moral compass. But as an artist who is
if you think
rather
about
logical,
it, thinking face whatever you say is kinda attacking the identity. So you're prob gonna get backlash when you do things like that, either way, tears of joy, but I think there's a way to say things.
Yeah. I mean, me just being like, oh, I'm a conservative Christian, they'll be like, oh, you're a Bible thumper. And I'll be like, oh. They did the same thing to Vic Mignogna. So it's a hard sort of situation, just because of, I think I made her head too big here. Yeah, it's a hard sort of situation just because it's, I don't want to be unloving. I don't want to, like, fall into that trap. But they'll think that I'm just not loving them because I don't accept them. Because, you know, I believe God doesn't make mistakes. So, it's a hard line to draw. Maybe it's best not to talk about it at all, but when asked by people, or when because you know, like I think I might have offended Imagine Rejector, for example, when talking about feminism, which is another controversial topic I probably shouldn't have talked about too much. So, the larger the audience, the more likely people are to be offended. Which is, you know, kind of frustrating, because there's a lot of streamers out there who...
Yeah, when it's more on topic.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there who... a lot of streamers out there who just say what they want, you know? And, because it's more culturally acceptable. And my opinions aren't very culturally acceptable. And so I can't really do the same thing. And when your job is literally just to talk all the time, it's like, you know, it's like, what do I talk about, right? Oh yeah, I played video games. You just do small talk the entire time? It's like, is that okay?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I want to be more interesting, but I also don't want to be too controversial. But I also don't want to lie, you know? I don't want to be like, I don't want to be telling people one thing and presenting another. If I hear a Happy Pride Month, I would be like, you know, I'm not happy about it. I can't. Sorry, I'm not. You know, I'd probably just ignore it, and then they would be offended that I ignored it. It's like, okay, cool.
Well, maybe talk about interesting, non-controversial things more often.
Like Get Her Love. Or Zelda. Just go into my little thing. Or things that have been affecting my life, you know? Like, I think the church stuff is okay, talking about that. But, because I don't want to not let my light shine, you know? I guess, you know.
Haha, haven't played Get a Love in a while.
Yeah, I've been too sick. I don't even know what my next date is in that game. I'm taking a long time drawing the sketch. I'm just getting lazy. I'm being too perfectionistic with this sketch. What if I just like did viable, but everything is a goofy sketch?
It's okay, Hannah will be late for the date anyway. Tears of joy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think I should make this bigger. Yoink. Erase this. Oh, nah.
All these sketches look goofy to me. Tears of joy. I like it this way. The rough drafts are already an alternate version of the real story Tears of Joy.
Yeah. If I were to go much more detailed, I think it would look a lot cooler, but I don't know. There's kind of a charm to this. How did I draw him? I keep forgetting how to draw. How do I draw people?
Anyway, Tilda, I'll think of things to add to the conversation. 2 saluting face hashtag working together.
You are the best, Rihanna. Thank you so much. That would help a lot. That way I can have combo topics, you know? It's like, what should I talk about today? I should not bring up abortion, nor should I bring up the Donald Trump trial, but...
Trophy, yay.
But what I should bring up is, Majora's Mask trivia. Ooh! Teamwork! But I do wish I could stream longer. I don't have much time today. I only have like 15 minutes left. Not really, we're like 25, but still.
Haha, Josh, the political section of your brain is such a big section. Tears of joy.
Yeah, I need to not access that section. That's why I moved to Japan. Not really. It's one of the things I like about not being in America is not having to worry about it all the time, you know? Like, no one talks about politics here, which is just convenient and nice. And I'm not so stressed all the time about it. See, I like in movies when
tears
everybody
of joy when your mind is clear. You think about politics.
I like it, yeah. When my mind is clear, I do think about politics. It's like there's nothing to think about, so I'm gonna talk about politics now. So anyway, about that Roe v. Wade getting overturned. Ooh, that's great. But I wouldn't say that, because then people will get mad. Anyway, there goes half my audience. Yeah. Need to be careful. Need to be careful. But yeah, I like how in movies, sometimes like you get like full reaction shots of everyone like churning, which is kind of what I'm doing here.
I'm actually not that great at conversation. It would be way harder for me to keep talking to an empty chat room than you. So I'll think of this as practice. You're doing alright.
Oh, thank you.
Just gotta be careful.
Yes. Because whenever I don't think about it, I will eventually steer towards the controversial. It's not very great. There's unlimited topics to talk about. I think Jesus is a good one. I like talking about Jesus. He's my favorite. I like him a lot. I'm getting too detailed. Posing her and everything. This is one of my favorite Breath of the Wild songs. Is the I spent so much time in the Sheikah village. I really like ninjas. I think they're really cool. But the Sheikah had always interested me because there's only 2 of them.
I've been playing this DS game lately.
Oh yeah?
It's called Ghost Trick.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good game. That is such a good game. And the you need to tell me how far you are in the game. Like, are you in the end? Are you in the beginning? Are you in the middle? It's such a good game. I played it on the phone, on my phone a long time ago. I beat it and I was just like, I wish there were more. I think there are sequels to it though. You literally play as this ghost guy, right? This guy
I'm in the middle.
The red coat. You're trying to find out what happened to you and who you are. Such a good game. Such a good game. It reminds me a lot of Phoenix Wright, but it's like more of a detective. So it's more like, I guess, Ace Attorney detective.
Are there sequels?
Maybe. I haven't checked it out. It kind of ends pretty good too. I don't want to spoil anything. But
yeah, this dude who died and uses his powers of the dead to save people. Yes.
Sequel. Okay. Yeah, so there is no sequel. And it says it could be difficult, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a very good game. It has such a vibe. And it's really funny too. I remember like laughing a lot. I'm gonna have Vassa crossing his arms.
Skeptical smiley face. That's okay.
Yeah. I really wish it was though. I really wish. It's so good. Skeptical smiley face? I call that a meh face. What? Yeah, it's such a good game. And I really enjoyed it. I love the art style of it. I love the animations that they have in it.
Yeah, the animation of the characters is so cool. A lot of the characters have such personality in their movements, tears of joy.
Yeah. Love it. Love it so much. It's been so long. That was like a blast to the past. That was like a nostalgic thing. Was that on the DS or the 3DS? Because if you've been playing it on the DS, you still play the DS. That's awesome. I miss the DS. That reminds me of another Ghost game on the DS. It was a Japanese exclusive DS horror game made by the same people who made Resident Evil, I think, made by Capcom. And it was only on the DS, and it had a sequel too. It's Japanese exclusive. I saw a video on it. Man, I cannot draw crossing arms. I saw a video
I
on
played it on my phone too, lol.
it. Gotcha. What was it called? It was called The Game with No Name, actually. Yeah, and literally it was about a game that was on the DS that if you play it, you'll die in a certain amount of days. It was a really meta, way ahead of its time game. Really cool, really fun. Let's play that I saw of it. It's a Japanese exclusive game too, so. I'm going way too in detail. That's fine. If I could just spend time just going into detail like this on the sketches and just like relax and talk.
But yeah, my brother had it on his DS and he told me to play it, so yeah, DS.
Ghost Trick, you mean? Yeah. It's a really fun game. I love the personality of it. Compared to the game
What's
with
the
no
name
name
of the Japanese horror game?
I'm pretty sure it's called the Game with No Name is what it's called, or something like that. There was a YouTube video I saw. I'll put a link to it. It was a whole video. This one. Do not run this game on your DS. Yeah. So this guy basically went through both. It's a 2.5 hour video. I saw the entire thing. But this guy made a video about it. I'm gonna put a link to it if you're interested in long form videos. I'm gonna share that. He goes through both the original game and the sequel, which is why it's so long. But yeah, it's basically a Let's Play, even though it's presented as it not being one, but basically is. So I'm gonna put that in the comments here. Where's the comments? I hate the new layout. Okay. Boop, pop. There you go. So that's a fun video. You can mark it as watch later or something. It's a long video.
https://youtube.be/kj-uz6YKHC?C=CVRCIBSSDX3UTH_D.
Yeah, that one. Let me go back to Bible. There we go. Yeah. The thing about that game is it's a Capcom game, but it's not like Ace Attorney in its expression. I really like the quirky expression ones, the ones that have really good expressive games. You know, like Ghost Trick and like
lol, yeah, I
Ace
don't
Attorney.
want to distract you from drawing too much with these conversations too.
Well, that's the thing. I want to draw, but I also want to talk. I guess the drawing aspect of it is like, you know, I'm gonna make money off of my art eventually if I, you know, if I finish this and get started on chapter 2. But if I can make money off of YouTube first, I would like that. I think that would be better. I just need to be careful on what I talk about and say. Look at him all sassy.
Same tears of joy, I want you to do both.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually, if I could make money off of this and quit my job, I could spend more time on the manga too. So instead of it being like half a year before before the rough drafts of the manga are finished, it would be more like well, this is 75 pages, so it's basically the equivalent of 3 chapters. But if I could just work on this and not have to go to school and teach kids and everything, I would assume it would probably only take around a month before I'm able to. What's this from? This is like a cowboy Zelda. I'm liking it. Oh, I gotta look. Oh, it's from Spirit Tracks. Oh, great. I love that game. Yeah, I would have heard that as soon as I heard this theme. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I think it would take a lot less time to, he looks so sassy. He's like, I cracked myself up. I had a belt, yeah. But, yeah, I would take a lot less time to make this if I could do this full time. And so if I could make money off of YouTube, I think that would probably be the most ideal right now. I would just need to figure out how to do it. And I think viewership would help increase that, you know? So just having people stay and watch the entire time, like you. You've been the most consistent on that. Thank you so much, Rayhana, for all the hours you spend watching and hanging out with me. It's more of a hangout, I guess, than a you know, than a live stream. And also, it's just
Vassa sassafras sassy pants.
Zessa sassafras sassy pants. I guess gotta put the desk here too. Yeah, well, I'll just do this. That looks fun. I love this drawing. It's such a simple cartoony drawing, but it's so silly. I spent way too much time on it, but it was worth it. I like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly sketch.
Yes, YK, you are the product of the people you most spend time with.
Yeah.
So hopefully your good qualities rub off on me tears of joy.
hopefully. I'm just a, just a dude. A very faulty, but oh, there's my alarm. A very faulty, but oh, I forgot to turn off my fan. Whoops. Luckily, I had that alarm to automatically turn it off. Just a dude. A very faulty, but silly dude who loves kids and wants to have his own and wants to help people and wants to not be too mean and wants to
just a dude cool.
Yeah, just a dude.
Oh, also, I noticed you subscribed to my YouTube, so thanks relieved face, it surprised me. I haven't uploaded anything in years, lol.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked your name in the comments whenever I commented after you commented. So it wasn't on purpose, but I was like, oh, I'm not subscribed to her yet, let me do that. So I did. And I know I already follow you on Instagram, but yeah. Went ahead and did that. I think I gotta make her hair a bit.
Ha ha ha, that's funny tears of joy.
Yeah. I mean, especially considering you're the most consistent viewer, consistent hangouter. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I gotta subscribe and give her mod powers whenever I get that opportunity. Make it to where you can still comment without having to pay money whenever there's too many people, Being able to just just talk in the TTS without having to pay. Is that a thing? I don't know. If it is a thing, I'd give that to you.
Mod powers woman lifting weights.
But first, I gotta make it to that goal. Oh yeah, it's time for me to go to work. I forgot. Yeah. I think we're good here. We did quite a bit today. We drew Sassafras Vassa pants, Sassy Vassy pants. We finished nothing. No, okay. We edited the italics, like I said before. And yeah, we're just working on
Good job.
this. I may have gone a little too detailed here. Maybe too relaxed. I don't know. I'm still recovering. I don't care. The more I work on it, the further along I can get.
I like that panel with everyone tears of joy.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah. So we had a fight. My son and I don't see eye to eye on the important issues. And before I went on stage for the debate, I told my assistant to take him away. And then just like look at the assistant. It's such a silly drawing. It's good. I like it whenever I don't take my own stuff too seriously. Ben, my friend Ben, who originally started writing this with me, he was saying that I should do his book first that he wrote because he doesn't take his too seriously. And I was like, well, I would want to do that after I did Viable if I were to do it, because as of right now, I don't take my manga too seriously. You know, it's like we're both trying to tell each other, hey, I want to do you should do mine first. No, I'm going to do mine first because I don't want this to be my perfect thing. This is not like my baby or anything. I don't really care. You know, it's a fun story. It's great, and it might even be the best thing I'll ever make. But you know, I'm making very silly drawings, and it's just really fun to me. This is fun. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at my statistics on YouTube. I'm gonna click on my profile just to show what's up. Boop. Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo. Okay, here's YouTube Studio. If we go to Earn. See, I well surpassed the subscriber and the video uploads. But the public watch hours, 213. That's all right. It's not that bad. Out of 3,000, and that's when I can apply. I guess I could, you know.
Viaburu first.
Yeah. But I guess I could just make a video and see if I can get more watch hours that way. Or I could, you know, have more people watching my streams or whatever. Or another option is to use Streamlabs. And use the donation, you know, ability on that. But I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like I'm not giving anything in return for that. So, like I don't have stickers or anything really. But I could do donations. Also, I think they take a percentage of your money, so I don't know. But yeah, I've been doing quite a bit. So I'm doing good when it comes to the video uploads and the subscribers. A lot of that's from Nisekoi, but it's fine. But yeah, if with memberships and supers, I can give them to people, right? So I could give you a membership, I can connect a store, which is a cool thing. There's super chats and other stuff. So, yeah. They're gonna have highlighted messages so that way I read their messages first. The thing is though, like, I have text-to-speech to where all the messages are read. So, I don't have a big enough viewer base to really even do anything there first. So, just hanging out and having fun before work is enough for me right now.
Super duper.
But I would like to do more in the future. Yes. Super duper. Anyway. How many videos have I made? Okay.
True, but also if it only highlights my messages and I'm the only one here, tears of joy.
Yeah. That is true. Okay, so I have made Viable and Getter Love combined. I started in November and it is June right now. So I'll get rid of 4 of these. These were made in 2019 when I was doing the Sonic reanimated stuff. So starting in November, all the way until now, the 4th, I have made 46 videos, 46 live streams. Oh, 51. Okay, so it's only showing 1 to 50 though. So let's see, 50 minus 4 is 46 live streams. That's pretty good. 46 live streams since November. So half a year I've done 46 streams. It's pretty good. Pretty good? I think it's pretty good. It's fun. And the view count is a lot different than the amount of people on the stream at one time. Like, this has 77 views. I think only 4 people max were there whenever I first announced it, when it was like the first jump, and then it kind of dropped off. And now sometimes you have like, you know, my average views I would say is in the teens, maybe in the 20s if I'm lucky. But yep. I think people either watch after the fact.
True.
Or I don't know. Maybe the way views are counted are strange. Feels kind of weird for them to just do it after the fact, because I'm just hanging out. So maybe people are dropping like flies whenever I talk to nobody about politics. I don't know. I got a recent subscriber. That's cool. Yeah. Neat. In the past 90 days. Cool. Anyway, I gotta go to work. It's 8, so. Alrighty. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time on Viaburu. The Viaburu. And we're gonna finish this page. We're gonna finish this page next time and maybe go even further. In Sassy Vassa. It was fun, yeah. Glad to update you.
Have a nice day at work.
Yes, I shall.
It was fun.
Yes.
Until next timey.
Until next timey. Yes, I need to shave. Maybe I'll shave tonight and look a bit more dapper tomorrow. And I will stream longer tomorrow as well. So, see you then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.